Alright, we will get this shindig started. If you can hear me, if I'm audible, say so in the chat. Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome to the Let's Explore Soul Elite Dangerous. And if you can hear me, say so. If you can, then we will get going. We're gonna go explore this. Hi Luke, welcome. Good to see you. Alright, cool. So, I guess you can hear me. If you can hear me, then we'll go. We're gonna go to Seoul, and we're gonna explore it. I'm so excited. I've never been to Seoul in Elite Dangerous, and we're gonna freaking go. And, we're gonna see how detailed they actually have it. But I'm out here in this system, Luger, which is where I pirate. It's an anarchy system. And luckily, well, Seoul's pretty far as light years, but it's only 5 jumps for me with my frame shift drive on my Cobra. So anyway, welcome all. We're gonna get started. We're gonna go to Seoul and actually see what's there. I've never been. This will be as some of you who have been and are watching. If you see anything I might have missed that I really just have to check out, then please, by all means, tell me. I know that Voyager is there, the probe is there. I know there's probably a lot of things on Seoul that are historically accurate and scientifically accurate. But I'm going to leave this pirate system called Lugger, where I go hunt for low temperature diamonds on poor haulers, and I'm going to get going. It's only 5 jumps, so let's just go, shall we? Feel free to chat and say hi. Chat amongst yourselves, ask me questions. We can discuss things. We can discuss sci-fi while we're traveling. But let's get going. And let me know if you see any issues like sound or video problems, etc. I'm in the Cobra Mark III because I love this ship. Here's the cockpit. I do have space for a partner. I'm in here on Discord. If any of my friends come on Discord, they'll talk to me, and who knows, maybe they'll even come ride with me shotgun. I'm gonna get out of this station here. There's a little adder over there I'm going out with. Hi adder. Let's give him a bump. Whoa, flyby. Alright, landing gear. Let's get an exterior view so you can see what kind of ship I'm in. Here's the Cobra, the aluminum Falcon. It's got the nameplate right there. Yes, I did spend actual money to get a nameplate and the skin, but you know, whatever. I can splurge sometimes. But we're gonna take this bad boy to Seoul. Alright. I've already got my course plot. It's only 5 jumps, so we're going to go to the next system right away. We're going to get the frameshift drive going and get going. Go to Seoul and see what's there. Meanwhile, just I'll tab out, make sure everything looks okay on my streaming stuff. Looks like it's good there. Looks like it's good here. I really do not sound like my videos. Looks like my phone isn't picking up all the chats. But it could be because I'm using filters and whatnot on my microphone. And I do a lot of voice refining when I'm actually recording for my videos. Alright, we're in the first system. 4 more jumps to go. We're in Crucis Sector DB's X whatever. I gotta get around this sun before I can plot a course for the next system. If I get too close to the sun, I'll drop out of Super Cruise and it'll get rather hot. That's a beginner mistake. Let me change this chat right here. I have to use my phone. I haven't figured out a very good chat overlay for the stream actually sits back. Yeah. And this this mic right here does not work very good at all. I actually use a separate mic that's sitting over on my desk, and so I have to put some sound filters and whatnot, so I do sound a little different when I'm streaming. Alright, next system, frameshift drive, charging, here we go. I took most of the weapons off this thing, and I added a surface scanner just in case. The surfaces of all these planets should be well scanned and well explored, but I put a surface scanner on just in case there's something like geysers or something like that, volcanoes, etc. that we might want to look at. And I've not done anything special on my course plotting to Sol. That's why we have a brown dwarf going around there. No fuel scoop. I've got plenty of fuel to get there, so shouldn't be a problem. In order to gain access to Sol, I had to grind through Federation missions, and because Sol is permit locked, so you have to achieve a certain rank. I think it's petty officer before you can actually get access to the Sol system in the game. It takes a little bit of the grind. I wonder if there will be any systems we recognize on the way. Arcturus? I don't know what system that was, Luke. Now we're in Luton. We're in LHS 336. A lot of them are named based on sector, but there's no systems I recognize yet. Tell you what, we'll go to the galaxy map, and we'll see if there's any systems that are known to science. System right before Sol, one I don't recognize, but there's Wolf 359 right there. And there's Barnard Star right there. There's Alpha Centauri. So, Epsilon Eridani. All of those sound familiar to anyone who is, into astronomy. There's Altair. So there's some familiar names. Van Manen Star. Maybe later we can explore those, but it'll be interesting. Of course, I wonder if they've updated the game based on the recent exoplanet discoveries, because they're exploring more and more they're discovering more and more exoplanets all the time, and I know it's hard to update a game like this, but Arcturus is a giant red star in the same sector as Earth. I'm sure you can go to Arcturus. What I really want to know is if you can go to Betelgeuse, and I haven't gone there yet. I've really just been playing the game. I haven't really explored a lot of known landmarks in the game, but perhaps I will soon. Alright. Oh, I didn't realize this was here. This is a neutron star, I believe. Ooh, I didn't know this was here. Or it could be a white dwarf. Wow. Let me go to the system map and see what... I didn't know this was so close to Sol. I'm 15 light years from Sol. I'm at Luton 145, and I did not know that this was a neutron star. At least I think that's a neutron star. Let me just have a look. It is a... it should tell me right over here what class of star. It is a... it's a star... Oh, come on, tell me what it is. What? Who knows what type of star this is? I think it's a white dwarf, which I didn't expect, and it's a binary system. And this is a what? Should tell me right here what this is. This is all the system information over here, which I don't give a damn about. I'm really more interested. Maybe I should just like target it. White dwarf. It is a white dwarf, and you can use white dwarfs to get quite a bit of a drive boost. Actually, I won't be doing that in this, but you can. You can get a major jump drive boost off of those. But we're going to go on to Sol. Perhaps we'll look at this some other day. So on to Sol we go, on to Sol we go. Oh, it's on the other side of this. Oh no, I targeted the wrong thing. I have to make sure Sol is actually targeted. Lock destination. Okay, good. And it's going to be behind us somewhere. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm getting too close to the thing. I have to get away from this this white dwarf. I have to get away from it. Yeah, this it is true. In Elite Dangerous, they're very dangerous if you get close to them. Dangerous. And but they do boost your frame shift drive quite a bit. And they are small. I didn't know that all white dwarfs, and maybe they do or they don't, something to look into later, those jets coming from the top and the bottom, I didn't know in real life if they have them. I'm sure neutron stars and pulsars do. But, calm link established. Welcome, Vincent. We are just about to get into Sol right now. We are here! Here's our sun. Nice G-class star. First thing I want to do is go into the system map. I'm probably just going to go from the center out, but interesting. There's a few interesting nav beacons here. One called Notable Presidents. Mercury is really close, and it's got lots of things. Venus, let's go to the system map and have a look. Alright, so here we are. Any planet that's got blue around it means that we can actually land on it. So here's Mercury, and it's actually got a station as well called Daedalus. And Mercury probably has a number of settlements on the bottom. Yep. Walls Depot. I wonder if there are any interesting landmarks on Mercury. Elrich City. But we're going to go. We'll probably check that out first. And then obviously we're going to go to the station around Venus just to have a look at Venus. And then Sol has, Earth has 1, 2, 3, 4 space stations. Mars, as you can see, has been totally terraformed, and it has 1 station. And yes, this is Elite Dangerous, Darmok. Welcome. Yeah, I'm doing Elite Dangerous, and so welcome to the channel. We're exploring the Sol system, and we'll see how accurate it is. Obviously, Jupiter seems, Jupiter should have a lot more moons to land on, but it does have Io, and it doesn't look like it's landable. Looks like there's Europa, and it is landable. Ganymede, Callisto. I want to land on all of those if I can. We'll check out Io close. I think you should be able to land on Io. The deal is in Elite Dangerous, they haven't been able to figure out landing on atmospheres. So, of course, Saturn has got a lot to check out around it. Uranus, Neptune. For some reason, the moon of Triton has got a red line around it, which means maybe it's permit locked. I'll have to look into that, and I wonder why it's permit locked. Unfortunately, Pluto is not landable, but Charon, its moon, is. And then we have all the outer planetoids, dwarf planets in the Oort cloud. Cilicia. And then, a lot of you guys might not know this, there's a planet way out here. They've called it Persephone. I hope I'm saying that right. And in reality, there is actually a planet that we know nothing about far outside the Oort cloud. I'm talking, so you can see this thing is 484 1,000 light seconds away. So it is, and compared to, say, Neptune, which is only 14,000 light seconds away. Scientifically, we know that there is something out there. We don't know anything about it, but there is a planet out there, and we know because it is pulling on the Oort cloud. And KF Grok, we cannot land on Mars. Unfortunately, in Elite Dangerous, the atmospheres are not navigable yet, so any planet with an atmosphere is not navigable, and Mars has an atmosphere because it has been terraformed. But we can go to Mercury, and that's the first place we're going to go. So let's set destination there. Maybe I'll look at the station later, but let's go to Mercury. In fact, let me see if this has got any landmarks on Mercury. Waltz Depot, the Birthright Wars. Weird. That looks like a tourist spot. That's exactly where we go. Some spot on Mercury called the Birthright Wars. Anyway, so let's get going. Mercury shouldn't be far at all. Pardon my English. Flight plan cleared. Alright. 200 light seconds away. There's a lot of planets in Elite Dangerous that are closer than that to the Sun. But in this case, 200 light years, light seconds is not, it's about average. So there's a site on Mercury called Birthright Wars. I don't know what that means. It's shaped like a suitcase, so I would imagine it's a tourist marker of some kind. By the way, if you're just joining, give it a like. That'll get more people coming in and watching the video. The more the merrier. Well, for Sublight Speed, it still uses the frameshift drive in Super Cruise. Like right now, I'm only at 0.3 C. For non-Super Cruise, I believe they use Fusion. I'm not 100% sure. Just look at the modules on my ship. But I believe their fusion drives, they're not really that fast. I mean, compared to reality. But I suppose over time they could, there is a top speed in this game. That is one of the unrealistic things about Elite Dangerous, is the ships do have a top end speed. And of course in real life, you can just go on accelerating, and oh, can we land on the moon? That is a good question, because I really want to look at the moon. Let me go to the system map and find out. No, that's unfortunate. I would think there's probably, the year is 33 something. I should know that. It's like, I should think that there's probably cities upon cities and cities on the moon by now, in this century. And it could be that since the developers know that, it means they're going to have to probably create entire cities for the moon. And if and when they do that, we will someday land on them. Okay, so I'm coming up on Mercury here. Coming up on Mercury here, and it's much lighter colored. I listened to a lecture on Mercury not long ago. I think this looks about accurate as far as the coloring. It's not tidally locked, meaning it does have a rotation, that a very slow rotation. So it does get regularly cooked on all sides. It does have a lot of, they think there might even be ice hiding in some of the craters that are always in shadow. And, yeah, Shaka when the walls fell. Darmok and Jalad et Tanagra. Lots of craters. We're engaging orbital flight now. We will be able to get out on the rover and look around. Lots and lots of craters here. But yeah, apparently there may be ice hidden in the, some of the craters on the actual planet Mercury. The ones that, are always in shadow. Which would be interesting. Would there be enough for like pockets of water underneath them? That's hard to know. That would be interesting if there's actually water on Mercury. But to be fair, Mercury is not as hot as Venus because of the global warming. Yes, the orbit is very short around the sun, but the rotation is a number of weeks, I believe. Let's see, Tuan Del Rio says, "Don't make me crash while I read. I wonder when we'll be able to manipulate radiation. That seems to be the biggest problem for everything." Manipulate radiation? Well, they can do that with electromagnetic fields to some degree. As a matter of fact, it is a massive electromagnetic field that protects the Earth from solar radiation, from a lot of solar radiation, from the solar wind. In fact, Mercury also has an electromagnetic field, which means it's got a very molten core, because that's what creates the dynamo effect that enables that. But Mercury is one of the few planets, along with Earth, that in our solar system actually has an EM field around it. So, no doubt, if you go to the poles, you're likely to see a lot of Aurora Borealis, probably extraordinaire. Alright. So we are now cruising. I seem to have lost my waypoint for that marker. Oh, there's a big-ass crater over here. Uh-oh. I can fly right. Relock the destination. Oh, it's way down here. It's like right there. Okay, so we'll go down. We'll go in for a landing. And the shadows are a little bit weird on this resolution. Alright, we're still 2.2 kilometers up. 1.5. Don't want to crash. That would be annoying. I think we'll just set down right around here somewhere. Go ahead and put the landing gear down. Oh, we're still about 600 meters up. That's okay, I'll just go straight down. Alright, landing gear is down, landing gear is down. Here we go. Landing looks good, alignment okay. We've landed! Yay! And just looking around here. It's much more yellow than I expected it to be. I know there's lots of sort of subtle yellows and blues on Mercury, but anyway, let me just do an exterior view real quick. So we have touchdown on Mercury. The sun is bright. Let's get in the SRV and go see what this thing is. It could be utterly uninteresting. It could be interesting. I don't know. Low gravity warning, which means I can't be going make a lot of crazy ass turns out here. Alright, I'm in the SRV. And there is a marker up there. Some sort of marker. A tourist beacon. Scan complete. Alright, I believe I have a message to read, but let's get closer to this and see what... I don't even know what Birthright... I don't need my lights on. Lights. Yeah, we don't need those. Here's the... Don't need night vision either. It's plenty bright out here. I'm going to risk speeding up a little bit. Let me show you what happens if I run over like a rock or something. Whoa! Whoa! Got to be careful on these low gravity planets. Oh boy. Alright. Enough wheelies. Let's get back on track here. Let's settle down. Let's be mature. Let's be mature about this. This is serious stuff. Yes, Mercury does have a very, very tenuous atmosphere. I do remember hearing that in the lecture about Mercury. See, I think Mercury would be a great place to colonize because, I mean, if you can have the right shielding, which shouldn't be too much of a problem as far as heat, but also there's plenty of solar power available. Solar power is just no big thing. Okay, so we have this big ass beacon here. I don't know what it means. I'm gonna data link scan it. Let's see, data link. Oops, I shot it. I didn't mean to do that. Hopefully there's no fine. I have to get into the turret to data link scan it. That's fine. I'll just do it that way. Why? Oh, stop shooting it. Alright, so why is the data link scanner not working? I guess there is no data link thing to do on this. There we go. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, I already got data from it earlier. So I think that's going to be under my messages as far as what the Birthright Wars. Yeah, here's a message here. It says, between 2621 and 2735, federal member systems underwent a period of societal change. The original colonial charters of many settlements granted hereditary land and position to families descended from their original settlers. Many of these birthright claims extended across vast areas of land and encompassed massive resources. The old charters became a hindrance, especially to corporations who wanted access to these assets, and gradually and more pressure came to bear on the presidential administration to take action against stifling anachronism. The Birthright Wars were the name given to a series of conflicts that resulted in the forced acquisition and redistribution of hereditary rights, depending on your viewpoint, from colonial pioneers to corporations. Interesting. So, you know, this brings up an interesting question in my view, and that is, if you discover something like an asteroid, or if you're the first on a particular asteroid in space, you know, how are ownership rights worked out? Do you own it, and do you own all the mining rights to it? And same thing sort of happened out in the American West with the sort of rancher wars, like, because it was all undivided land and nobody owned it, and cattle could just free range and graze and get fat. And the ranchers could go and rustle up the cattle and sell it. But then, like, the settlers that came and then started putting barbed wire down and had these little homesteads and things there, the cattle ranchers hated those guys because once they put their... Uh-oh, I'm stuck on a rock. Uh-oh. This SRV really takes getting used to driving. But anyway, so they would put barbed wire around their property and then claim ownership of it. So it did actually cause a lot of wars. And I'm wondering if the same thing could happen in space and certain planets like Mercury, for example. I would imagine Mercury would be pretty good real estate for settlement in the future. because there is a lot of solar power there and probably a good bit of minerals. And it's in the center of the solar system, so it's equidistant from everything. You know, it's probably... And I know there's some settlements here on Mercury, and we'll go and have a look at them in a minute. But I get back in my Cobra here, get back in the Aluminum Falcon, and maybe we'll look at some of the settlements on Mercury in a minute. 1 second, Luke, I'll read you a message. I got it. This is Levitating Elephants here. Okay, oh, that went pretty well. Cool. Yeah. Okay. 4. Oh, not 1. 3. Alright, let's get back on board. Currently, space kind of works as international waters, so such issues wouldn't occur before a shift in our current laws, Luke says. And, interesting. Alright. Okay, so we've checked that out. So there's something... So obviously people have fought over property in the solar system. Let's go... There's something called Walt's Depot right here. We'll go check that out. And then perhaps we will move on to Venus after we've maybe landed there and see what kind of... There might be agents and whatnot in some of these settlements that have special missions. I know there are for the Guardians, but let's launch. I'm thinking I might actually go all the way out to orbit and into Super Cruise because this place I'm going looks to be some distance away. So I'll probably go ahead and just reach escape velocity, afterburn a little bit, and we will go check out this other depot on Mars. Hello, Captain. Welcome, Captain. By the way, if you're new here, we are exploring the solar system. We've just checked out a tourist site on Mercury indicating that there used to be wars over land here. Super chats are welcome. Help me figure out if I want to keep on streaming. Okay, I'm going into Frameshift Drive. Shamefrift Drive. I'm gonna just go check out a settlement on Mercury. I'll tell you what, while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna actually look at the system map. Zoom in on Mercury. Go to surface view. And have a look. So there's several settlements here. There's Furukawa Enterprises. Looks like it's got everything you would need. There's Walt's Depot. Also got a lot. And there is really just those two settlements. Looks like Elrich City, which has got a lot. It doesn't really give me any backstory on these settlements, but we're going to go look at Wall City anyway, because it's... Alright, so it looks like we're out of orbit. I'm going to come back into Mercury. There's a lot of traffic here. By the way, I'm not in open play mode, guys. I am in private group mode, because I don't want anybody to come and kill me while I'm streaming. I'm in a non-combat fit Cobra, and I'm just curious if anyone would actually stream snipe me. Hey David, welcome to the stream. Alright. I wonder if this place has any snacks. Sounds like my friend Zoe has come online. Hello, news channel. Welcome. We're just exploring Mercury. We're coming into a settlement here called Walt's Depot. who Walls is. I don't know. Maybe it's like the 33rd, you know, the equivalent of Walmart in the future. It's been named Wall Z. So maybe Walmart has an outpost, which wouldn't surprise me. You know, Walmart is rich enough to have a space program someday. Not that they pay their employees well or they have any quality products. If Walmart was offering tourist flights in space, would you book a flight with Walmart? I don't think I would take that. I just on principle, I'd rather book a flight with somebody a little more quality than Walmart. Now, should I land on this settlement or not? I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Yeah. We'll go land and then we'll get out on Mercury and look around a little bit. And then go from there. So, I guess I'll go ahead and request docking permission. If I don't do that, they'll get mad at me.
Authorization cleared. Proceed to landing pad 04.
04. Okay, I will manually land. I don't have a docking computer, but I'm not bad at it. When you're first starting out, getting landing down is really difficult. Woo! Oh, no. Stop. Back up. I need to go to 4, not 3.
Descend to flight level 50.
Yeah. Bossy. Yeah, there goes a something else landed over there where I was. Land over here on 4. Boy, it's very bright out here on Mercury, isn't it? It's a shame we won't be able to land on the moon, because that would be awesome. Alright. Landing successful. That was pretty well done, wasn't it? Luke says, think that once colonization starts, it'll be done through bases installed, international space programs, so it's likely that surrounding territories end up claimed. Maybe. There's certainly a lot of unestablished rules here. Alright. Have you visited Titan yet? Is that possible? Titan unfortunately has an atmosphere, and as of right now, Elite Dangerous does not support atmospheric flight. So we will go look at Titan. Right now we're still on Mercury. What I want to do is just get in the SRV and leave from the settlement and just kind of commune with the surface of Mercury a little bit, and just, you know, maybe have kind of a spiritual moment as we look at the great vistas. And whoa, all right, a little too excited there. We're just gonna look at the great vistas and things. What's that over there? Something moving over there. Maybe it's a skimmer or something. Yeah, it's a sentry skimmer. Sentry skimmers protect us from hostiles. Alright, we're going on an exploration mission. Just gonna go kind of look around at Mercury, see if there's anything interesting out here for a little while. And then we'll turn around and go on to Venus and see what's there. Hello, Sentry Skimmer. Just, whoa! Just passing through. Alright. To get in the turret, turn around and look behind us. There's that settlement there. I guess as far as most cities go, it's not very big. See, there's some big-ass solar panels over there. There should be solar panels all over the place. Imagine the power that you can get in Mercury from solar. Alex says, I played this game a little back in the day. Always wanted to go to the solar system, but never made it before giving up on the game. Well, you know, Elite Dangerous certainly has a bit of a learning cliff at first, but once you get over it, and having friends helps as well. If you can find them, you know, it'll help you to get into the game a little more. Well, so far, there isn't anything that interesting out here. Just a bunch of rocks. I could have perhaps gone to some neat craters and stuff and looked at them, but at the moment, I don't see anything particularly interesting out here. I need to remember to surface scan the next places I go to and see if there's any interesting geological features. I didn't do that with Mercury. I figured there probably wasn't anything that geologically... Oh! My radar is picking something over here. My radar is picking up... You can see it there on the bottom. See on the bottom there, my radar is picking up a signal. I guess we can go check it. And it looks to be like a strong... I think that's an artificial signal. But it might be a rock formation. We'll go look. It's somewhere in that direction. Somewhere in that direction there is something. What could it be? I don't know. It could be just a ship, because I see a ship out there. On contacts there is something. But I don't think that's what I'm picking up. There's still something over here. Somewhere. The radar's picking it up. What could it be? Could it be a monolith? Could it be aliens? Oh, much stronger signal now. Or could it be just a simple mineral deposit? Could it be a crashed ship? Could it be a space Winnebago? I think it's probably just a geological formation, which could be... Oh gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Almost peeled out there. Could be I'm just reading these ships here. But I'm a curious cat, so we'll go look. Maybe it's nothing, but there's something. I'm not really good at reading the scanner patterns. Based on the pattern and the sound on the scanner, you can pretty much determine what you're looking for. But in this instance, I'm not 100% sure. All I know is there's several things around, but definitely something in this direction somewhere. What it is, we don't know. Are there aliens in this game? Yes. There are Thargoids, and which are a mysterious insectoid species that for a long time Elite Dangerous, it was not known whether there were aliens or not in Elite Dangerous, and then players started having sightings of things. And then it was revealed that there are aliens called the Thargoids. And they're thousands of years old, and they are... it's just a mineral deposit. But the Thargoids are an insectoid species, and not much is known about them. And they are unhappy that humans are around. Germanium. That's worth something. I'm going to pick that up. I just split that rock open so I can mine whatever's in there. I'll pick up these materials, and then I'll recall the aluminum falcon. Nickel's not worth much, but all of these materials here I'm picking up can be used to engineer a sort of craft stuff. And so I'll pick them up. And then we'll move on. all of them are useful because as I get new ships, it's really nice to be able to improve the weapons and the engines. And engineers will take care of that for you, provided you have the materials to do that. It's like an alternative to buying stuff. Of course, you can buy the best stuff available and make it even better with crafting. And that's what a lot of the sort of elite PvP players do, is they have really engineered modules, and it kind of gives you a reason to get out and collect things. But at this point, at this juncture, I think we've seen enough of Mercury. I'm going to recall my ship. I'm going to recall the Aluminum Falcon. And we're going to move on to Venus in a bit. Anyway, Alex says, I played with friends, then they wanted to land somewhere and I couldn't participate because you didn't have... Oh yeah, the Horizons expansion is definitely a must, Alex. Because it opens up so many parts of the game that you wouldn't normally have access to. And I hear my ship coming. There it is over there. It's a black triangle. It's a UFO. It's coming down. They had a season special for the Horizons expansion, which was well worth it. I don't know if they're still offering that on Steam, but you know, it's like down to 10 or 15 bucks to get the expansion, and it was definitely worth it. Elite's come a long way. It's one of those games that started kind of hollow, and they've, you know, very gradually been adding stuff on, and I hope they still add more stuff on. They were supposed to add carriers that you can get, and your friends can come and dock these carriers and resupply or whatever, and they were actually sort of like mobile bases. But they didn't get this and get it in the Chapter 4 expansion, unfortunately. So I hope they eventually get carriers, because that would add things to the game that are cool. Alright, we're here. Let's get on board. My wheels are spinning out because they're temperamental. Alright, so we're getting on board. Back on board the Aluminum Falcon. I have a coffee maker back there, by the way. I have a DeLacy coffee maker that comes out of the wall back there and brews coffee for me. And, you know, I get some pretty good coffee. DeLacy coffee. The coffee that keeps you running. Okay, let's move, huh? Let's have a look here. So Venus is not landable. There's a station. We will go check it out. I guess I'll just plot a course for the station. I'm sure the stations around Earth are really interesting. In fact, let me just have a look. There's probably a tourist station here. This one's economy is service. This one's economy is still service. This one is still service. This one is a refinery. And this one, economy is service. Let's see. I figure there would be like a tourist station full of cool things, but I guess we'll find that out later. But for now, we're just going to go to this little dock, and that way we can get a look at Venus. My impression of Venus from all of the drawings and stuff, like the artist renditions, it's very, you know, kind of bluish white. So we'll see. On the system map, it looks kind of maroon. I don't know. It looks more reddish.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing gear retracted. Up, 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 and away. Let's go. Let's go. After burnout. To reset my power levels. After burning out. And up, Up and away again. Okay, we are not mass locked. We are free to engage the frameshift drive.
Frameshift drive charged.
Engaging. There's the escape vector.
4, 3,
Off we go.
1. Engage.
On to Venus. On to Venus. Or at least onto a dock around Venus. Bye-bye, Mercury. 283 light seconds away. We've got to pretty much clear the mass of Mercury before the frameshift drive will speed up. It seems like the frameshift drive really is affected by gravitational masses. So, and that's kind of cool. It's interesting that Elite Dangerous calls their oh, my camera's still going. Elite Dangerous calls it a frameshift drive because in special relativity you'll often hear of something called a reference frame, because the reference frame of where you are and the reference of time changes as you approach the speed of light. Time actually for you in your immediate area slows down. I guess within your reference frame it's normal, but around the world it speeds up. I know, it's weird, it's crazy, but time actually does slow as you approach the speed of light, and this has been proven. It's been proven by atomic clocks in orbit, and time actually slows down the further you get away from a gravitational source as well, as I understand it. Or does it speed up? I might be completely... All I know is on satellites the time is different, and gravity certainly affects the passing of time. KF Croc says this seems like what No Man's Sky was trying to be. Yeah, well, No Man's Sky had procedurally generated life forms and whatnot, and before No Man's Sky there was Spore, which actually took player-created life forms and vehicles and sort of procedurally generated them in the universe. Spore was fun, but it was a little bit, a little bit too juvenile for me, I guess. In the end, there's, it's hard to take Spore seriously. But I would imagine a lot of the things in Elite Dangerous World, they would have to be procedurally generated, because there is no way... Uh-oh, looks like I'm going to overshoot. I still haven't mastered the approach. I've been playing for... I've come back to the game for almost 2 months, and I still haven't mastered approaching the destinations without overshooting. Alright. So, Venus. Venus. I have to say, it looks rather... And maybe this is what Venus really looks like. It's much redder than I expected. Much redder than I expected. I expected it to be more blue. Is that what Venus really looks like? I do see clouds. I'm gonna have to Alt-Tab to Google and look at pictures of Venus and see what they really look like, what it really looks like. Let me go out. I'm just gonna have a look. Venus images. Maybe I'll put an image. See, all of these, yeah, it's got a lot of red in it. I'm not sure if this is an accurate depiction of Venus. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just the way the sun is. Huh. Alright, well, let's see if there's anything else in orbit according to the navigation here. Ghislaine Scandal. There's a tourist beacon. And there's a Sagan class traveler. Interesting. Okay. Let's go look at this tourist beacon. It's in space. And then we will look at the Sagan class traveler. I imagine it's some sort of starship. So, Magellan Scandal. As in Magellan? Magellan Scandal, perhaps? Let's go have a look at it. We're coming up on Magellan Scandal beacon around Venus. And I'm going to overshoot. Oh, maybe not. Coming out of Super Cruise. There's a few ships around here. Tourists, no doubt. Looking at things. In fact, what is that? What kind of ship is that? That's a beluga liner. So they're taking tourists on visits. And let's have a look at the beacon and see if... Oh, okay, so all these tourist beacons look the same. Where are you, Mr. Tourist Beacon? Here we go. Okay. Downloading data. So, KF Croc says the blue in Venus is a false color image. Well, you know what? But why is it that in, at least in the night sky, it looks pretty blue to me? I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, Magellan Scandal. What's this? In 2866, Magellan lost his midterm vote of confidence, and the extent of corruption and corporate links were brought to light shortly afterwards, bringing down a number of congressmen too, and exposing a seedy subculture of corporate entertainment and abuse of federal power on a massive scale. No one on the corporate side was ever prosecuted, but a period of scrutiny followed, and the most corporations wisely backed off interference from federal politics. Okay. There's some lore there. There is a lot of lore in Elite Dangerous. There is also a couple of novels. So here's a view of Venus from here. Much more red and well, yellow along the sides. And yeah, honeymoon cruise. I would imagine there's lots of people. Did you know that the Japanese go to Alaska to watch the Aurora Borealis because they believe they'll have to conceive their children? They go. They believe it will bring them good luck if they conceive under the Aurora Borealis. That is what they believe. There's a crashed ship. Oh, I didn't know there was a crashed ship we could have looked at on Mercury, but that's okay. We'll go look at this Sagan class traveler, and then after that we're moving on to Earth. I did not see. There was totally a crashed beacon crashed ship beacon on Mercury. Might go back and look at it myself later.
4, 3,
Greetings, Commander Rye. I'm Commander Windshark, and we're exploring the solar system. We're gonna have a look around Venus. There is something called a Sagan class traveler. I wonder what it is. Obviously some sort of megaship. We will find out shortly. Pleased to meet you as well, Commander Rye. Alright, ready. What do we have here? Structure detected. Use data link scanner to search for targets. Yes, yes, yes. There it is. Sagan class tourist ship. Named after Carl Sagan, I gather. She's a big one. Alright, now on these megaships, they often have different parts of them that you can scan for information or for missions. If you're ever given a mission, you can second class tourist ship. Did I scan it? Let me see if I've got, where's my data link scanner? Where's my data link scanner? I guess I should set up a hotkey for it because I didn't. I did not set up a fire group for my data link scanner. But I'm curious, so I want to know. We'll set it up right here. I want to know what it is. Switch to analysis mode. Okay. Oh. Alright. Scanning. No, that was the D scanner. Data link scanner. There we go. Alright. Okay. Hackable comms array, power capacitor, all kinds of stuff. This is probably more for a mission. I don't think that there's anything interesting as far as lore here on this ship, but you know, it's nice to have a look at it. Can I get through here? Let's fly through here. Ooh. Oh look, there's some biodomes there. Some good flying, or what? Turn off flight assist. Spin around. Going from the back. There's some biodomes there in this ship. Obviously a very touristy ship. Alright, I think it is time to go to Earth. If you like that bit of maneuvering, let me know in chat, because I didn't think I could pull it off. But I did. Let's see. How big of a ship can you own? You can own, I'd say probably the biggest ship in the game is the Federal Corvette. Also the Anaconda is pretty big. They are about the size of maybe a little bigger than the Corellian Corvette in Star Wars. Alright, so we're going to move on to Earth. Let me just go to the system map. Hostile ships in range. Oh. Well, I'm under attack. Oh shit. Hell is attacking me. I'm gonna get out of here. I have got to get out of here. I didn't expect this. Go. Why can't I engage frameshift drive? I am being ambushed by things and stuff. Looks like I'm gonna get away. I'm in a very fast Cobra, so I'm getting away. Let's put everything on systems and engines. This Cobra is not outfit for combat, otherwise I might. Hostile ships in range. They're attacking the mothership, but alright. Hard points enabled. Dull. Okay. I had to retract my hard points. I didn't know I had them out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Magpie. I know you. Oh, that could have been bad. Well, luckily I did land on Mercury, so if I did get destroyed, I'd have respawned back in Mercury. But it's a good thing I did, because if I hadn't, I'd have been all the way back in another system. Alright, so I guess we'll just go to this station called Abraham Lincoln. And now we have a reason to dock. We actually have a good reason to dock, because we took a little bit of damage. So, by the way, Croc, there are capital ships, but they're not really flyable. They're, they show up in missions and whatnot sometimes. But some of the alien ships, the Thargoid ships, are actually huge. I haven't actually even encountered one, and maybe that's another live stream when I actually go encounter the Thargoid first time. It seems to me that when I live stream things that I've not done, perhaps I'm a little more entertaining because because you can share my surprise when I find things that I haven't found before. So perhaps I'll live stream my first encounter with Thargoids. I'm getting more people than I expected. I think I normally don't get a lot of people on live chat. I'm still learning it, but I think I got up to over 20 so far at one point, so this is not going bad. Let's see, what time is it? 12. I think I'll be going for at least another 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to go to the gym so I can get some gains. Alright, we're headed to Earth now. Got a little bit of repairs to do, 88% hull, so we'll find a station to dock. We actually have a legitimate reason to go and dock at a station. I haven't bought X4 yet, Alex. I'm really looking forward to it. I played the hell out of X3 Terran Conflict and a little bit of Albion Prelude. I did not get the one between X3 and X Foundations. I saw all kinds of bad reviews, and it turned out you couldn't really fly different ships. But I could really get into if the new X4 has everything the X3 did as far as building your own sort of empire, building stations and manufacturing and having ships out, building weapons and outfitting them, then I'll definitely be giving that a go, for sure. I've heard really good things about X4, and however, as far as what I've seen from the playthroughs, some of the aliens are not quite the same as they were in X3, and I really like how the aliens were in X3, like Talati. Talati says, make you more profits. But I didn't see the Talati doing that in any of the playthroughs. We're coming up on Earth. There's the Earth. Let's get out of analysis mode. That little blue dot. All you've ever known. All the wars and religions and philosophies and civilizations. All your family, all history, all in that little blue dot. Let's have a little blue dot moment. That little blue dot. That little blue dot and all of this. All of this. That little, around that little pinprick of light. In all of this. In all of that. Doesn't that give you perspective? All of this and more is on that little blue dot in this little place in the solar system. That's us. Alright. There's a tourist beacon out there called Cradle of Humanity. We'll look at it later, but let's go dock at this station. Hey there, Long and Dark Lighter. Welcome. DW2. Boom, boom, boom. Safe to disengage ready. Coming up on the station called Abraham Lincoln. Whoa! It's a big one. It's a big one. Much bigger than the podunk stations that I'm used to landing on. Much bigger. I don't have a docking computer. Manual's the way to go.
Access granted. Make your way to landing pad number 44.
Access granted. I've complained about this to my friends, but way back in the day, when I played the original Elite Dangerous, there was a lady that came on the radio that was Southern, and she'd be like, "Hey there, DeLacy Whiskey India November. You're allowed to land on pad 34 or 44." I miss that lady. I haven't heard her since she came back, and it's too bad because I like it. Makes me feel like since I'm from Texas, it makes me feel like I'm coming home. You know, just be like, "Come on in and get you some grub, and get you a Coke, and take a load off." There's nothing particularly interesting about this station. It's not a tourist station with palm trees and stuff. But I do need to land and make a little repairs. At least that's my excuse. Boom. Nice landing. You get caught up on chats. Merlana says, Rebel Galaxy is also a fantastic game to play, with lots of big ships. Interesting. Rebel Galaxy. Ah, native Texan. Cool. Whereabouts in Texas? Hi, Merlina. Nice to see you. We just need to make some repairs because we did have a hostile encounter that I did not expect to have around the orbit of Venus, of all places. You'd think that the conflict in Earth would be long gone. Might as well refuel. Repair off. I will not be repainting my ship anytime soon because I'm trying to make it worn. Oops. Wrong button. Exit. I'm trying to get this ship to get worn. I've got some worn parts of it, but it's like, no, it's not worn. Is it? It's like somehow it got repainted, which is a shame. I don't know how it got repainted. I didn't repaint it. Maybe when I stored it in the shipyard, it repainted itself. I was really hoping to get it all gritty and stuff. Oh well. Alright, so let's see if there's any nearby points of interest. There's lots of stuff around. Okay, there's interplanetary road trip. There's an ancient history capital ship. There's some sort of capital ship nearby. There's all kinds of tourist beacons. Unregistered comms beacon around the moon. There's lots of stuff to look at here. I'm a little curious about this beacon here called Ancient History, because I'm not really clear on the very, very early history of the ED universe. I know it is written down somewhere, but perhaps that'll give me some interesting information. There's also one called Cradle of Humanity. But also there's something interesting as far as there's some interesting stuff near the moon, and there's something called Galileo. Perhaps that is well, I'll look at it later. I think that's a station, but anyway, I'll go check out this beacon. And then I'll go look at the capital ship. Yeah, y'all let me know in chat if I'm missing anything that I just absolutely should see. I apparently missed a crashed ship back on Mercury. And sometimes I... ooh, this big-ass defender coming in. Oh, that's a big ship. Alright, moving on. Go to this tourist beacon, and then we'll go look at that capital ship. I wonder if I were by myself, if I would be asked with looking at every tourist beacon. I probably would be. I'm curious. A lot of people don't like reading about lore and stuff, but I'm one of those people that does like turning over every rock, so to speak. Oops. Screwed up my power. I don't know if I should do that on the stream, though. Yeah, that Balance of Terror video, Long and Dark, took a little time to make, but apparently it really paid off. I think perhaps someday I should do something similar with the Wrath of Khan, a breakdown of that battle. And but that one was really successful. I don't get extremely successful videos always, but that one worked pretty well. I guess I'll have to do more battle breakdown videos. Alright, we've arrived at... Whoa! We are running into another tourist beacon. Let's have a look at it and see what it has to tell me. Scanning tourist beacon. This is like reading those historical markers like on the roadway. I don't know if you've ever been with... Like, I have a stepdad that would have to stop and read every historical marker he saw when we were on road trips as kids, and we would groan every time. But we'll just do it a few times. Alright. Mankind's first ventures into space were tentative and gradual. The early part of the 21st century saw the first manned space flights beyond the moon, but it took major population and economic problems to stimulate enough commercial commitment to start settlements beyond Earth. The Third World War saw this exploration expenditure dragged back again, and it wasn't until the very end of the 21st century that colonies on Mars and the Moon became truly permanent and viable. After the war, the dominant power was the United States of the Americas, and as the remaining other countries joined it over the next few decades, it was renamed the Federation of the United States and later the Federation. As implied, the reference to one of the pre-war powers was a block to the remaining countries joining it. It had a constitution and laws derived from earlier powers, but much simplified. So, the United States in Elite Dangerous pretty much became the United States of the Americas, I guess, meaning North and South America, and then became the Federation, which is interesting. Yes. But just remarking on the chats, yes, I could do some breakdowns of the Mutara Nebula. There's a lot of... well, that's a topic for another video, but I definitely could do... I think it should be done. I should do a breakdown. Alright, so there is something. There's a capital ship out here in space somewhere. I think that is the capital ship that is protecting the solar system. It is one of the few... It's not playable, but it is one of the few big ships actually in the game. So we'll go have a look at that. I'm laughing at the superior intellect. Yep. Khan is so predictable. Imagine how much more dangerous Khan would have been had he had his wits about him and not plagued with grief from the death of his wife and driven to madness. Okay. We are now approaching. We're very near Earth. Let's get a view of it. What am I looking at here? I must be... It's a big ocean there. Yeah, I'm over the Pacific Ocean. Hang on. I think the Earth has changed a little. This is not recognizable. Are the sea levels higher? Okay, so this is the Pacific. What is that? Maybe I'm upside down. I don't know. There's a... Weird. I'll have another look at that in a minute, because it looks like the Earth's landscape may be slightly different. Maybe there was some sea level rising. I am still hostile. Oh yes. The reason it says I'm hostile is because I have joined Yuri, one of the powers in power play. It shouldn't affect my time in the Sol system. It just means that if I had been actively hunting Zachary Hudson's people, I probably would have a hunter coming after me. But okay. Oh my. It looks kind of like a Federal Corvette, but much bigger. Farragut class battle cruiser. Interesting. Can I data link scan this? Let's do that. Yes, I do have multi-cannons on, but I took my lasers off. But anyway, out of range. Okay, get a little closer. This is a big ship. It looks about maybe small maybe Venator Star Destroyer size. Still says I'm out of range. That's a big ship. Look at that gun. That is a big ship. This gun. Whoa. I don't want to run into anything. That is, I think that's a gun. It could be electronics. Let's do an exterior view. It's actually making a humming noise. Just as far as I can tell, it looks like, you know, my Cobra is only about 28 meters long by 40 something wide. And just as a point of reference, it looks to me like this thing may be at least 1,000 meters long. This is not quite Star Destroyer size, but pretty big. Pretty big. It's a big ship. Let's do some more flybys. See what the thrusters look like. It's like I'm passing over the Voyager spacecraft. Hey, look at that. Looks like it looks like a control thruster there, reaction control, or an airlock. There's a lot of detail on this ship. Let's pass by, and then we will flip around and approach again. Whoa. That's a big ship. Triangular thrusters, interesting. I like it. That's a pretty cool ship. I love it. I love the design. It's like a Star Destroyer, but better. Look at the detailing on it. Look, man, they even have... Look at the specular levels on this thing. Something as a 3D modeler I can appreciate. I can really appreciate the detail. They've done a great job. Inspiring. And here it looks like... Can I fly into here? It's got a split hull. I can. I wonder if this is where hangar bays and whatnot are. Hopefully nothing will shoot me. Huh. Length, Commander Ray says, length 2040. So yeah, it is definitely Imperial Star Destroyer size. If it is that big. Now let's look at it from this angle. I wonder what it's armed with. For some reason I can't get a data link scan. Let's try this thing. I'm gonna try to get a data link scan, but it keeps saying out of range. Maybe I have to target a subsystem. It doesn't look like I have the ability to do that. Still out of range because it's so big. It's kind of silly. Okay. Well, it was pretty cool. I wonder if there's anything else I should look at near let's see what else there is here. Around the moon, there is something. There's a naphtha class tanker, might look at later, and there's an unregistered comms beacon near the moon. So we should go look at that. And then after that, let's see what time it is. It's 12:20. Okay, good. We're making good time. After that, we'll go from there. Ooh, looks like the moon is dark. Certainly not full. Let's go. Donut says, could you find a blind spot close to the hull and just keep shooting it until it explodes? I think I would be in trouble if I did that. I would probably have many bounties to pay. But I probably could. It's I know that the bigger ships in Elite Dangerous do have a lot of blind spots, even in PvP. So if you're things like Federal corvettes or Anacondas do have blind spots. So yes, that is a thing. I guess I was supposed to go around to the other side of it to the data links, according to Logan, but I didn't get a chance. Oh well. Well, there's some sort of unregistered comms beacon near the moon. Okay, looks like I'm... Okay, I think I'm reconnected. Yeah, there's a little disconnect there for a second. And while that was going on, I think I overshot. No, I didn't overshot. Let me see. Overshot a little bit. There's the moon. Our moon. It is rather dark, at least facing the Earth right now. I want to go look at the far side of the moon and see what it looks like. Because I honestly don't know. I guess I could Google it, but it would be much more interesting to see what the far side of the moon looks like in Elite Dangerous. But we'll see what this comms beacon is first. What you been up to, Magpie? By the way, I'm on Discord. If you want to come on. We can let them know about your Twitch stream, and they can follow you. Okay, we have a transmitter. Unregistered comms beacon. Where's my data link scanner? Let's scan it. Let's see what it... Nothing's happening. I almost shot it. Okay. So apparently scanning it is not available. Either that or I'm not... Yeah, I guess I can't scan it. Is there any information? No. So have you been here long and dark, Lighter? 'Cause I can't scan it or anything, and it just seems to be a transmitter and it's not doing anything. Unregistered. Oh, look at the Earth. It's so far back there. It seems so far. Let's go back in a little bit. You must assign your scanners to a fire. I have. I've done that. I've got my data link scanner on 1 in this fire group. And I'll just bash the thing. I don't care. But yeah, I'm trying to scan and nothing. So let me just make sure that my key is working. Yeah, that's working. My mouse key's working. So I just launched a limpet drone. So I guess it's not scannable. So it's an unregistered comms beacon that apparently, at least as far as I can tell, is not functional, or doesn't serve any purpose. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Let's see if there's anything else of interest around here. There is pretty close. There is a station called Galileo. There is something called a Naphtha class tanker. We'll go look at that, and then we will go to one of the stations around Mars, and then I will take a short break. I don't need that collector limpet anyway. And then we'll get out. I wonder if I wonder what all's around Mars. I wonder if we can actually visit the moon of Mars. What's it called? What's the moon of Mars called, guys? I can't remember. Say so. It's on the tip of my tongue. It looks like a potato. Phobos. That's the one. Yeah, and Ariel. But Phobos, did you know Phobos has a monolith on it? A stone protrusion slab of sorts? It actually does. It actually does have a monolith on it. I'll just check my Discord real quick and make sure I'm audible, because... Yep, I'm there. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to go look at something called a Naphtha class tanker. I just want to look at it. It's probably more of a mission ship like that Sagan class tourist ship. But I just want to look at it because I like looking at ships. After all, my channel is called Resurrected Starships, and I really like looking at ships. I'm all about the ships. Oh, okay. Phobos and Deimos. Okay, so here we are. Naphtha class tanker. Can data link scan this one. I'm just going to test my data link scanner and make sure it's actually working. Because I'm a little disappointed I couldn't scan that mysterious comms beacon. But anyway, this ship looks very much like most of the capital ships I've noticed in Elite Dangerous have rotating rings, which tells me that they actually, in the world of Elite Dangerous, they have not come up with they have not come up with artificial gravity yet, at least in the way we know it in Star Wars and Star Trek. So yeah, it's another ship very similar to what we saw before. I'm gonna fly through the rings for fun because I can. Woo! Woo! Oh! No! Stop! 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 I'm gonna go out this way. I didn't pull that off because I looked up. Because I looked up and I got distracted. Alright. I think it's time to go on to Mars. Let me go back to the system map. And, oh, that's not the right one. And we're going to head to Mars. We're going to head to the station around Mars. As I understand it, I think this station is probably more of a touristy station with trees and whatnot. And then when I get there, after docking, I'm probably going to take a pit stop. Then I'll come back, and then we'll at least get to one of the moons of Jupiter before I sign off and get ready to go to the gym. Oh, shit, not again. Not again, not again. I'm out of here. Not again. I'm out of here. Bye. Uh-huh. I have no weapons. Well, I have 2 podunk multi-cannon. Getting out of here. Luckily, this Cobra, fast. Almost 500 with the... Actually, I can go a little faster. I've got engineered engines. I'm gonna get out of here, so...
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
on the Mars. See, they say I'm coming for you and stuff up in number 2 panel. Yeah, bye-bye. No thank you. I'm not in a fighting mode today. I'm a peaceful explorer. A peaceful explorer. Log says, one thing about Mars and Elite is terraformed. Yes, it has oceans, but you can still see the famous features. I was going to turn around and look at the moon from the far side, but you know what? Honestly, gotta pee. So I want to hurry up and get to Mars so I can do that. And then continue. See you later, Magpie. Talk to you later. Magpie was sort of semi-mentor for me when I first came back to the game. Helped me get situated. And he streams quite a few things, including Elite on Twitter, on Twitch. I might try Twitch myself, but I have more of a following on YouTube. But you know, it would require me to run 2 streams at once, and I'm really new to streaming, so we learn as we go. All right, nice space travel. Slow down. Oh, I'm gonna overshoot. No. Loop of shame. Loop of shame. Loop of shame. Everybody does it. The loop of shame. Coming back into Mars. The station is called Mars High. So, as I understand it, Zachary Hudson is the president of the Federation in charge, and also Mars is the capital of the Federation. One of the superpowers in Elite Dangerous, and Zachary Hudson is a character, kind of like our current president, but he's not quite as extreme, but he's very sort of, you know, conservative and takes people on hunting trips and cooks their food for them, and you know, is a gritty, bare bones sort of scrappy politician. However, the 3 superpowers, the Federation, the Empire, and the Alliance, all pretty much get along with each other. Wars, at least in Elite Dangerous, although they do happen, especially on the local level, between the superpowers are deemed to be a bit impractical. After all, there is so much space in between everyone, and there's plenty of room in actual space to expand, so the idea of taking someone's land for political or national gain is kind of silly, because there's plenty of resources to go around and all of this. There's Mars. Mars is now blue. Interesting. I'll have to get a closer look at Mars when we come back out after the break, but I think I'll be on for at least another full 30 minutes. Okay, oh, I need to like request docking permission. They get really pissed at you if you don't request docking permission and just fly into their station. They don't like that. They don't like that when you don't request. But I have access as approved, going into Bay 19. I'm surprised I haven't incurred any fines or bounties from my reckless flying. But it looks like I'm clean. It's nice to have a clean record.
3,000 meters from touchdown.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Up, 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 up. Oh yeah. Pad 19. Ah, interesting station. Where's my landing pad? Way up there. It's got little red highlights. Ooh, look at that. Got some biodomes in here, some greenery. There's some trees. I see some vegetation. So nice to have some vegetation. Oh, landing gear.
Attention,
Thank
Commander.
you very much.
Landing gear not deployed.
Nice clean station here. All white, marbly. Wasn't that a great landing? Here we are. We are in Mars High Station. It's all clean. Have a look at the exterior view. Out there. Pretty cool. Got a nice place. If you need to take your dog out, you can take him out to these trees over here. I wonder if there's a fine if you don't scoop up the dog shit. But it seems like there would be, since this place is so clean. So there's some ships coming in there that looks like a keelback or a Type 6 transporter. And there's something over there, dock. Looks like a passenger ship. Cool. Alright, at this juncture, I am going to go silent, and I'll be back after just a couple of minutes. So talk amongst yourselves, enjoy the view, and I will be back shortly. Okay, I have returned. I have returned to the stream. Alright, we're on Mars. There's the aluminum Falcon. All landed and happy. Isn't that a beautiful ship? This is not a piece of junk. Okay. So, where to go next? I know I want to get a good look at... hello, Grand Admiral Thrawn, welcome. I know I want to get a good look at... Mars itself and see, you know, kind of comment on how it might have changed over the last thousands of years since it's terraformed. But according to the navigation panel, there's the Federal Constitution. There's another capital ship. I wonder if this capital ship looks anything like the one near Earth. There's probably some navigation beacons about telling some backstory here. Probably won't go do those. I really want to get to, say, Europa and look at Io, but at least to get to one of the moons of Jupiter before the hour, and then I'm going to go. But we'll get close to Mars first, and then we'll go look at that capital ship, and then we will go from there. So let's get out of here. Bye bye, Mars High. Bye-bye, Mars High. Off we go.
Docking clamps retracted. Depart when ready, Commander.
They should have a Texan accent on Mars, like "Welcome to Mars." Here. But they don't... I guess they don't like... I think there's a conspiracy that they removed Southern accents in the game, because, I don't know.
Caution. Heavy traffic ahead.
Okay. Alright, let's go have a closer look at Mars. Get an idea of how it's changed. Bye-bye. Oh, disruptive mass. There's a ship or something nearby. Let's do a little afterburner.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay. Non-human relic? What? Oh, let's go see what that is. Non-human relic. I don't know what that is. But anyway, we're getting kind of close to Mars, and it's totally oceanic. I didn't think it'd be this oceanic, but it's very oceanic. I figured, you know, maybe there are some really big crater lakes and stuff like that, but that is really, really oceanic. The only problem with Mars, though, is it has no electromagnetic field, so it's going to be prone to more solar radiation than the Earth. And so that could be a real problem for colonization. That'll be a problem that would have to be solved somehow. It may have been a problem for life on Mars as well in the past. It used to be more volcanically active and seismically active. Okay, so we're coming up on some sort of non-human relic here. What does it mean? Oh, it's just a navigation beacon. But my curiosity has driven me. Okay, we've got some info. Non-human relic, what? Oh, no, that's a filter. That's not what I want. Escape, back. In 2280, the first non-human relic was found in space. The object was found buried on Mars. It was no bigger than a child's hand and is still surrounded in secrecy. In 3300, no information has ever been circulated as to the properties of this item or its origin, other than it is non-human. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. Guess what? There was a non-human relic, and we have no idea what it was. We know it wasn't human. About the size of your hand. And that's it. That's all we know. But there's another capital ship. We're going to go look at it. And it is on the other side of the planet. That's alright. Let's get out of here.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, so we're going to just get on the other side of the planet. The Cobra, since it doesn't have very good window coverage on the bottom, it's easier just to rotate so that you're looking up slightly. I don't want to get too close. The other thing about living on Mars is that 1/3 gravity, you may never be able to go back to Earth again, because that would be just such a strain on you to suddenly weigh, like if you weigh say 150 pounds, then suddenly you would weigh 450 pounds. Imagine having to lug 150 pounds of 450 or more. Most people weigh more than that, but to adjust back to Earth gravity would be like virtually impossible. Not without maybe some sort of really supportive exosuit or something of some kind to enhance your strength. But so if you become a Mars colonist raised on Mars or whatever, you're probably doomed to stay on a planet with that level of gravity or lower. Okay. Ooh, this is different. Oh, there's a fight going on, isn't there? No, no, no. Those are just patrol ships. Okay. So this is very much the same as... Let me see if I can actually data link scan this one for science. Oh wow, look at how many lights are on Mars. Oh no, not again. Not again. Oh man, oh my shields. I might not get out of this. Go evasive, go evasive. Hull integrity critical. That's not good. Maybe I should stop looking at capital ships. Gotta get out of here. Get me out of here. Frameshift drive charging. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Align with trajectory? What? I have to align with a trajectory? No. Shouldn't have. Go, go, go. Thank you. Ooh, that was kind of rough. Let's see. Let me just check my chat because it doesn't look like there have been many chats the last. Alright. Okay. I think it is time to go on to something like Europa. We'll just get on the planet, get out, have a quick look around, and then after that, boom, go to the system map. We'll go to Europa. Then we may be calling it from there. So, okay. I've always wanted to see Europa. Europa, and it's on the other side of the system, that's alright. Europa has, without a doubt, subsurface oceans, we know that. And I believe someday we will explore them. And it's seismically active, mainly due to its proximity to Jupiter. So we know that there is heating in the interior of the planet. It's got water, it's got ice, it's probably got geysers. In fact, I probably need to surface scan it because I bet it has water geysers, so I'll be surface scanning it. I do have a surface scanner on board. And switch to analysis mode. So let's get up on Europa. It's 3,000 light seconds, a little bit far. And we will scan Europa and see if there are any. In fact, it should tell me on the system map if there are water geysers. Boom, 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 boom. My hull is really low, so I need to stay out of trouble. Yeah, it's got volcanism is water magma. So we could probably locate one of those vents. Europa would have a lot of radiation coming from Jupiter. Thrawn, yeah. Jupiter puts out a shitload of radiation. So the surface of Europa is mostly irradiated. Beneath the ice, however, since in most places there's like miles of ice, then perhaps there's less radiation. I'm not sure how much radiation ice blocks. I would think it would block quite a bit, depending on the type of radiation. Alright, here we come. I wonder how close it is to Jupiter. That I'm not sure. On our way. Let's see, my drink holder's not here to pick up a soft drink. See, the Cobra is one of those ships that makes you think you could just go through drive-through and then put your drinks right here and your fries. Like, there should be... Oh, I got attacked again, Commander I. I checked out the capital ship around Mars, which appears to be the same class as the one around Earth. and I got attacked. Now I'm headed for Europa. I'm only at 24% hull, so I need to be careful. Probably put everything on shields just in case I run into something. We are approaching the Jupiter system. I could see all the dots up there. I mean, careful not to overshoot. And we should be seeing Jupiter. Yep, there it is. Looks just like it did in my telescope when I looked at it when I was a kid. At least from this distance. Most of the pictures portray it as much more sort of yellowish. But yeah, that looks pretty much like what I saw in my telescope when I was a kid. So, except for the rings, of course. I've also got analysis mode on, so that's probably part of it. Oh, cool. So, because I have the surface scanner on, I haven't even surface scanned Europa. Someone else has done it, obviously, but it's showing as 10 geological signals, 1 other, interesting, and 5 human. I wonder what the other is. I've never seen an other signal. Because I'm curious, we should probably look at it. Oh, yeah. I better slow down so I don't run into Europa. That would be a shame. Okay, so geological. Those are all geological. Chargraph Reach. Europa Ice Geyser. Maybe that's what it's referring to. So we'll just go there. It looks like it's a tourist beacon. But we'll go there. It sounds like as good a place as any to go. Europa. Hello, Blade. And let's turn analysis mode off for a better view. There she is. You can see all the canyons, and Europa's full of canyons and whatnot. Blue and red. It's about the way I expected it to be. Kind of blue and red. Beautiful planet. Beautiful moon. See, I would like to go to Europe on vacation. Alright. The gravity's only 0.06 G's about. Well, see this? The gravity indicator changes. I don't know why that is, but safe disengage ready. Why? I'll just use. Okay. Oh yeah, lots of canyons and stuff to explore. Some people aren't into planetary exploration as much as I am, but I really like landing and checking out planets, seeing what's actually, looking at the geography and stuff, because it's bloody interesting. I've always liked hiking and stuff in the desert, so when you find a planet like Europa, full of canyons and mountains, ice canyons, then it makes me want to get out and look at it. This is exactly what we'll do. Blade says, on my way back carrying 16 million worth of credits from scans, got interdicted 3 times. Luckily I escaped unscathed. Yes. Perhaps if it's another player, unless it's another player, you can get away from interdictions most of the time. But in the Cobra, even if you do get interdicted, as you've seen before, it's fast enough, even under fire, that it can escape trouble and get back into frameshift drive. So, dropping from Super Cruise. And we're kind of on the twilight's edge of Europa here. Here we come, here we come. Here we come. There's supposed to be an ice geyser here. Alright. We are now cruising at 4 kilometers above the surface. Please fasten your seatbelts while we come in for a landing. And we are approaching the Europa Ice Geyser, as you can see. Not a lot of red in this part of Europa, and we are not in a canyon, but it does look like there's a canyon over that way. Maybe we'll go look at it. Ah, Europa Ice Geyser. It's a tourist beacon. There better actually be an ice geyser here. I don't want to see another tourist beacon. Just for the... I don't see any geysers. Normally you'd see geysers from here if there were. But if we don't see ice geysers on this one, we will on the next video. I don't see geysers, guys. I don't see any geysers. Let me see what it says in the number 2 menu. Let's see, Europa Ice Geyser. Oh, that's filters again. Europa Ice Geyser. Icy geysers, also called cryogeysers, will generally have little liquid compounds, but instead be composed of volatiles with dust and ice. Well, thank you for that information. But 115 kilometers from here, there's a geological signal. 150 ways. It's kind of far. That's okay. We'll go there. Go there. We'll get within landing range, and then we will land. Look at those, and then probably stop the stream after that, because I do have to go and do other things today. All right. I had a thought about trying to travel all the way around a planet in an SRV, but I know that that would take a long time. It would be an interesting journey. I don't know if I'd see, dropping from Super Cruise, that's okay. I don't know if I'd see anything interesting, but if I could find like a really small planet, small moon, something really like tiny, then maybe I can do it in a reasonable amount of time. Well, I came out of Super Cruise 17 kilometers up, flying over these canyons, it looks like. I agree. Well, let's see. I like the Federal Corvette most, Thrawn, but I don't have the standing yet to be able to purchase one with the Federation. I have to grind up a lot of missions, and it would be an expensive ship anyway, but I would like to have one because it looks like a little Star Destroyer, really, Grand Admiral Thrawn, so I think he would appreciate that. So you should look up the Federal Corvette, Grand Admiral Thrawn. I think you'll appreciate its lines. You will appreciate its aesthetics. Now, unfortunately, the Federation is kind of devoid of art and culture. Oh, my alarm is going off. Is devoid of art and culture compared to, say, the Empire in this game. But that is usually the case in it. But I don't know, it's weird. It's like empires seem to have more art in their culture. I know that's strange. Well, maybe not. I could be just being weird. Okay, I know that they're... Ah! I see them. I see them. I see them. Ice geysers, there they are. Ah, I look much better since I upgraded my graphics card. Somebody's scanning me. I don't have anything illegal or any bounties, so I'm okay. Cool. That's pretty cool. Should land over here somewhere. Alright. Yeah, some ships going by. Other tourists, I presume. Alright, let's find a place to set down. And then we will look at these. Landing gears down.
Landing gear deployed.
Terrain's a little rough. Unsuitable. We'll try right here. It's going to be a little harder to land than usual. I'm landing on the side of a hill. Hopefully I won't get... Yeah, now it says unsuitable. Okay. Alright, here then. Okay. I have arrived on Europa. I'm going to go look at these ice geysers. And then after that, I think we're done. Alright. I can hear the ice crunching under the wheels here. Alright. Look at, you can see that the surface is semi-glossy too. Taking it slow. I don't need to be going at 80 miles an hour. Those things look quite... They look quite potent up there, and those ice geysers. They do look quite potent up there. Alright, here we go, here we go. This one over here looks cool. Let's go have a look at it. Some of them seem to be spraying particles, and some of them not. Ah, it's making noise. Okay, I'm gonna do something crazy here in a minute. I'm gonna do something crazy. You guys ready for this? This here ice geyser. I'm going to commune with the ice geyser. I'm going to commune with it. Commune. I have, you know, this is a pilgrimage of communion with the nature of Europa. We're going to commune with the ice geyser. Woo! Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I have been launched into space by the ice geyser. Hopefully I will come back down and I will be relatively unscathed. And oh. Ah. All right. Made it. We survived it. Not any damage. It surprised me. I landed on my feet and I didn't have any damage, and that surprises me. But anyway, here's Jupiter, there's the ice geysers, and at this juncture we're probably going to end it. This would make a good screenshot right here. Let's do that. Let's see if I can. Make a screenshot through Steam. And I think we're done with this live stream. Thanks for hanging with me and letting me entertain you. And yes, Soul exists, but we will continue with the exploration of Soul on the next stream. Probably this time next Saturday. So until next time, space friends. See ya.